Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of On It. I am Mikey. That is Devin.
Damn, I wish I could remember what we talked about. I couldn't even remember what we talked about the Super Bowl.
If it has to come down to that, or I just seem like a hater to get my point across, I'll do it.
Oh my God, he missed it!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On It. You got me, and still, just me. Because Devin is still in Wyoming. I don't know, Wyoming must be just, a lot more fun than I thought it was. Because the man is still there. So you got just me, but I figured I had to drop the doubleheader. I had to show up. I can't run and hide and tuck my tail. I can't run when the Ravens lose. Cause we're gonna get to you Lion fans in a second. But I mean Sunday Night Football, maybe some MVPs, some OPOYs, some DPOYs for week 3. Maybe a power ranking, but I mean, what is there to really talk about before that Monday Night Football game? I can't really think of anything besides, Sunday Night Football, Chiefs, Giants, I don't know. I don't like it. Considering it's the Chiefs, they're probably, they're going to show up 1-2. Have not looked a single, for a second good this year, and probably show up and beat Baltimore. So I don't know. I could sit here and say that I don't like how they look, but they'll probably look a lot better next week. But I got to get into Monday Night Football. I got to talk to you Lions fans. I got to talk to you angry Lions fans. It's the same thing last year. Bills fans won games, and they came on here and we're angry. Y'all didn't just celebrate. Y'all weren't just happy. Y'all are pissed, and I get it. Detroit. I mean, it sucks being up there. It's cold. You don't got much to do. You're sitting on here making YouTube comments. They don't make much sense, but we got to get to it. So Lions coming to tomorrow and do what they do. That's because Detroit's a good team. So when the game was over and then Tuesday morning I wake up and you had all these Lions fans running into the comment section crying about winning. For somebody who's just a guy, just a stranger on YouTube, y'all getting really, really, really offended by what I got to say. Which is okay, appreciate it. But what I do need to get to is not really even just the game. I mean, we're going to talk about every single issue with the fucking Ravens because, well, we know why the game went the way the game went. Lions fans were upset about the way that I feel about Jared Goff. And I get it. It's your quarterback. You got to ride for him. But the Lions winning a game doesn't, I saw the Lions win a lot of games last year, and it didn't change how I felt about Jared Goff. So they won another game. Now, here's the thing. The game that they won, the way that they won, it proved my entire fucking point. The Detroit Lions have one of the best rosters in the NFL. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. Why would they not be able to play the way they played? Why are we sitting here pretending like Jared Goff had an MVP performance when fucking Dave Montgomery and Gibson combined for 220? I mean, what are we talking about right now? Detroit Lions are very good, and the Baltimore Ravens have been very, very overhyped. And not even in sense of talent or what they are capable to do. Like the potential there, 100%. Problem is, it's been there for about 5-6 years now. So that whole potential thing is kind of out the window, which is why I said before the season even started that these games do not. And what I mean by these games don't matter to me. What I mean by that is I can't if we would have shown up, beat Detroit by 20 points, it wouldn't have mattered. It's week 3. It's the same way week 4 last year we dog walked the Buffalo Bills, and before that the Bills had a lot to say about the Baltimore Ravens. And then after that, the Bills fans said it's just week 4. Oh, it's just a regular season game. Because then what happened? Later on in the year, it completely fucking flipped. So, I mean, Lions fans, y'all can be as angry after a win as you guys want to be. But you have a good team. Jared Goff doesn't have to be top 5. Jared Goff doesn't have to be... I called him elite, but I guess elite isn't good enough for y'all. Y'all really want me to sit here and say he's some MVP front runner, or he's a candidate, or he's top 5, or he's an all-pro. No, it's not. I'm not going to do that. So, sorry. I don't know what else to say. Detroit Lions are very good. Detroit Lions came in and beat a team that in a lot of ways, and this is me almost, trying to leave my emotions out of it because after that week 1 loss to Buffalo, kind of, you know, kind of counted kind of counted us out already. But um the Baltimore Ravens in a lot of aspects, like, they suck. And what I mean by that is, like, if I had to come up with the top 5, like the top 5 worst things with the Ravens right now, or the top 5 problems or issues with the Ravens right now, I don't know what I would pick as number 1. It could be their defense or their offensive line in general. I mean, if you look at the defensive side of the ball, 0 to 7 sacks. So we'll get to the offensive line, but we can't get to the ball for shit. And if there was one thing that the Baltimore Ravens were always able to do was figure out some type of pass rush, some type of pressure getting to the quarterback. But no, Brock Purdy could have. I mean, he could have solved the Rubik's cube in that pocket. I said Brock Purdy. Wow, almost like it's just a good quarterback, just a quarterback on a good team. Sorry. I'm sorry. I get it. Lions won. Sorry. Jared Goff could have solved the Rubik's cube in that pocket. But no, Baltimore Ravens defense, absolutely zero pass rush. Marlon Humphrey still sucks. Like, we play this game every year where, like, Marlon Humphrey has like 1 or 2 moments where it's almost like everybody's supposed to just accept that like makes up for the 16 games where he sucked. Like, Marlon Humphrey isn't good at football anymore. Marlon Humphrey is not a corner anymore. Marlon Humphrey does not need to be playing corner anymore. Marlon Humphrey, we got a problem. We got a problem with Marlon Humphrey. Kyle Hamilton, look, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we were just expecting, maybe a little bit more from for the money that we gave him, but I can't sit here and play dumb when me out of all people have said, overpaying a defensive player and expecting what? Just him to change how the other 10 players are able to play on that defensive side of the ball. Not going to happen. Our best corner is Nate Wiggins right now. And I'm not saying, and that's not a bad thing to have. Nate Wiggins is a great thing to have, but everything else around him, I mean, in terms of the DB room, one of the worst. I don't care. Argue with a brick wall. Fuck it. I'm a Ravens fan. Have Ravens fans come at me. I don't care. I really don't care. If you ask the Baltimore Ravens defense to drop back and play some pass coverage, it's gonna look like a fucking joke. And mind you, that while that joke is going on, there's gonna be a joke at the line of scrimmage with the defensive line trying to get to the quarterback. Roquan Smith can't cover a fucking baby with a blanket. Roquan Smith, hell of a 2009 linebacker, right? Like, I'll take it all day in the late 2000s. Sideline to sideline, unstoppable. But when you ask that man to drop back into coverage, I don't know. I don't know if there's a single thing in this world that he could cover. I mean, he couldn't cover him. Roquan Smith couldn't cover his own sneeze. Roquan Smith wouldn't be able to. I mean, it's bad. Just watch Roquan Smith dropping back into pass coverage. It's an absolute joke. I mean, we can sit here and pretend all day, oh yeah, he's one of the best interior linebackers in the NFL. Sideline to sideline, sure. Yeah, if you want him to stop a run, sure. It's 2025. That archetype of linebacker is we've moved on. And I'm not. And here's the thing: it sounds like I'm giving up and saying, oh well, we need to move on from this person, and we overpaid Kyle and Marlon Humphrey. Well, Marlon Humphrey needs to go. Absolutely, he needs to go. I'm getting sick and tired of Marlon Humphrey. But and you flip on the offensive side of the ball. What the fuck? I mean, the Ravens' offensive line gave up 7 sacks with Lamar Jackson in the backfield. Now, mind you, I had a little bit of a problem with Lamar Jackson last night. Lamar, you know what? And it wasn't even in the passing game. It was more of his decision making and when he decided to stay in the pocket or stay behind the line of scrimmage to look for a play downfield. When there were plenty of times where I think, he could have just taken off and done it all on his own. But that offensive line, it sucks. And yes, Derrick Henry, I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what type of informant job you have going on for the Tennessee Titans, but this is not cool, bro. It was 3 fumbles in the first 3 games. And also, the Ravens offense have the most points scored in the first 3 weeks with a losing record. The fuck? I mean, like, that's the problem. You have all these great parts. You have all these great parts of the Baltimore Ravens. And then you look at the bad. The bad of the Baltimore Ravens is the absolute bottom of the barrel bad. I mean, it is an absolute joke. The fact that our offensive line can't we have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in the backfield. I mean, I feel like obviously you're gonna have to try, but when you think about how much easier a job could be when having someone like Derrick Henry in the backfield, who it's like just 2 seconds, 2 seconds, block somebody for 2 seconds, let Derrick Henry break through 2 or 3 arm tackles, and he's gonna catch his speed eventually. If Lamar, here's another, okay. If Lamar Jackson is scrambling and there's 4 offensive linemen standing in front of him and can't find a single defensive player on the field, maybe, and I don't know, could be wrong, maybe they find work. Shout out to the dog. I don't know what's up with him. Maybe they find work. Because there was a lot of times where it's just standing around, just oh shit, Lamar, oh fuck, like that. That's how a lot of that game went. So for the Ravens offensive line, for all of those defensive struggles, I'm I'm not surprised at the way that we lost. Um, because that I mean it is the Ravens way. The Ravens, mind you, yes, the Detroit Lions are a great team, but the Ravens just have this history of beating themselves. Like, yes, like the Lions beat the Ravens, but the Ravens did a hell of a fucking good job helping Detroit out. And I'm not sitting here playing this coping game or whatever. I mean, this is just what the Ravens do. They let themselves down. They uh, they'll show up. They'll show up against a team like Detroit, and it'll be a great game, and it will be locked in. And then Derrick Henry gets fucking punched in the third game in a row. Where we're punching balls out of Derrick Henry's arms 3 games in a row. We got Derrick Henry throwing fits on the sideline like a little girl. I don't know. Zach Orr, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if this is some like he played for the Ravens and this whole legacy thing or whatever. He's got to go. Something has to change. We're not getting rid of anybody. We're not getting rid of a player. We're not firing John Harbaugh mid-season. It's not going to happen. We're going to go play Detroit. We're going to be what? 1-3. And there's still going to be a bunch of excuses from our head office for why we're going to just keep pushing on, keep striving, keep working hard. It's like we got to make changes because at this point, in just 3 weeks, we've made it super clear that Super Bowl window that all these analysts had wide open, lock it, is closed. These men, these boys are not going to it. They are not going to a Super Bowl. They aren't winning they aren't winning 2, 3 playoff games in a row and then making a Super Bowl. It's not happening with this team. And, it sucks. So I get to sit here and enjoy the regular season. Hopefully, maybe at some point these motherfuckers will step up. People keep wanting, but last year, the first 10 games, the Ravens defense were terrible, and then they turned it around. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. What are we gonna sit here and play some game like, oh well, if Justin Matabike is able to return, the fuck is that gonna do? I get it, he's fucking great, but our defense is trash. Trash. They'll look good against the Cleveland Browns team. They'll give up whatever against Buffalo and Detroit. And as sad as it is, this Kansas City offense is not good. This Kansas City offense will not be good. And they're going to go in there and do whatever they want to do to the Baltimore Ravens. So yeah. The window's closed. I'm pretty sure after that week 1 game, everybody could assume how the Ravens season was going to go. Until we fire John Harbaugh, until we figure it out, pretty much what off of the field. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But no, I will end it off by saying Detroit's a good team. Like we've been saying all off season and going into this year. Detroit Well, I guess let's go over everything I saw. We didn't say Ben Johnson made Detroit. We're actually like big fans of Bro. Dan Campbell. Like probably my favorite head coach. Uh, I don't. He's an entertaining head coach. And Jared Goff isn't an MVP or top five or anything other than a free trial quarterback. All right. Now that Detroit now the Detroit fans are gone, because they're already gonna be crying in whatever clip that's made into. I guess we gotta look at these OPOIs, these DPOIs. I have a couple. I have some. I also have Devin's. Devin sent over his awards and everything, and I'm a little curious because when I take a look at what Devin has for his MVPs this week, I I'm gonna have to like I'm not gonna lie, it's Wednesday. Kind of have to refresh my memory on everybody's performances, but you know he Devin starts his list off with Caleb Williams. Now that sounds good, and I will check out Caleb Williams. Now last week I do remember I couldn't give Russell Wilson as high as an MVP vote as maybe he deserved because we know how bad Dallas's pass coverage is. So I might hold off on Caleb. But Caleb, 19 for 28, 298, 4 tutties, 0 interceptions. Um, we got some options here. We got some options here. We got some things because I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, well, first of all, Dave Montgomery is number one in OPOY or OPOY. So David Montgomery, he's definitely number one. I believe Devin also has him number one. Okay, cool. He's number one. I do want to take a look at a couple guys like we had. Where was Daniel Jones at? What happened to Daniel Jones last week? I kind of remember, but I kind of don't. 1825, 225. That was Tennessee. That was Tennessee. I ain't gonna gas it up too much. Josh Allen, 22 of 28, 213 with 3 tutties. I do like that as well. Jalen Hurts. I fucking loved Jalen Hurts' second half performance. He was playing like absolute shit. And he walked into that second half, and whatever narrative people were trying to push about him getting bailed out or anything, that was bullshit. There was no bailing out Jalen Hurts versus the Rams. So I think he's somebody I'm going to consider as well. So we have people like Caleb, we got people like Jalen. It's like I almost like right now. I kind of have Jalen over Caleb right now. I might have to put Jalen over Caleb. Jalen, fucking Christ, 21 to 32, 226, 3 tutties, and I want to say he also. I don't know actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how much of a impact he had. 40 fucking rushing yards and another touchdown on top of that. So yeah. Give me Jalen Hurts. Give me Jalen Hurts number one MVP this week. I don't know if that shocks anybody. I don't know how I don't know if anybody's gonna be upset at that. I kind of noticed that this man Devin does not have Jalen Hurts on his MVP or OPOY list, so I might have to talk. We might have to have a talk with him next episode before I make his picks official. Gino obviously took the loss, but put up some numbers. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear it. But there's 5 slots. There's 5 slots. You gonna sit here and tell me that Lamar's 21 to 27, 288, and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions ain't making the list? It's making the list. It's making the list. Devin has him on his list. It's making the list. Now, honestly, that's kind of what pushed me over. I was like, all right, well, we got to put him on the list. 35 rushing yards out on top of that. Over 300 total yards in that loss versus Detroit. What's up with Jared Goff? I saw. Oh, Jared Goff. That's right. That's right. The OPOY this week played with Jared Goff. So Jared Goff ain't making the cut this week. I'm sorry about that. Dave Montgomery, you might get an MVP. You might get an MVP vote. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to throw Dave Montgomery on that MVP list. Good God, Trey Tucker, welcome to the OPOY list. So that's where all of Gino's numbers went. Trey Tucker, yep, we're gonna have to go and slide him right into second place next to David Montgomery. 8 receptions, 145 yards, 3 tutties, 18 yards a catch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put him on there. Put him on there, and put Jalen number 3 for OPOY. That's how I want my OPOY. And then if we go back one more time and just check out this I just want to check out this quarterback situation because I feel like I'm missing somebody. He threw out Josh, Daniel Jones ain't making the cut. There was a clutch list. Baker's making that motherfucker. He ain't making this though. Okay, you know what? Yeah, give me Josh. Give me Hurts. Give me Josh. Even though it was Dolphins. Give me Hurts. Give me Josh. Give me Montgomery. Give me Caleb. Give me Lamar. Those are my top 5 MVPs for this week. Week 3 MVPs. Number 1, I got Jalen Hurts. Number 2, I got Josh Allen. Number 3, I got Dave Montgomery. Number 4, I have Caleb Williams. Number 5, I have Lamar Jackson. OPOY, we got Dave Montgomery number 1, Trey Tucker number 2, Jalen Hurts number 3. Then we got the DPOYs. The real question is, who is it besides Isaiah Rodgers? Who's making the cut next to Isaiah Rodgers? Obviously, you have Robert Spillane, who had 15 total tackles with an interception. We gotta find bro. We gotta see what happened with him. I believe it was 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, 3 total tackles. I mean, you gotta give Isaiah Rodgers number 1. He's number 1 DPOY. Throw him up there. I also Robert Spillane. And then Devin threw out Tremaine Edwards. Yeah, completely forgot about bro. Okay, yep. I like Devin's list. I like his. He's got Isaiah, Tremaine, Spillane. And I think I agree. Isaiah, Tremaine, Spillane. All right. I like it. All right, week 3 awards out the way. Move that to the side. Power ranking. That's what we got to do. We got to do our power ranking, which, speaking of power ranking, I decided to talk a little WWE last episode, and I just, something on my mind again with WWE. It's this AJ Styles John Cena build. I guess I guess that's what tweeting is now, is just building a match. But John Cena, they have these these weird texts that saying, oh well, John, he says, I never pick my opponents, but I do want to give the fans what they want, which a little too late for that. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little too late to just listen to the fans and give them what they want, because, well, you would have had a way better run if you did that a couple months ago. But that's besides the point. So now they want this AJ Styles match, and then AJ Styles responds, and then Triple H makes the post the poster, making it official. The only thing I want to say about that is, I'll take John Cena, AJ Styles any fucking day out the week. Definitely one more final time. But why are we? You don't think this was all made in a meeting? These tweets weren't all like made by the same person, and they said, "Here, tweet this." I mean, you really think John Cena woke up and was like, I'm not gonna call Triple H. I'm not gonna call Paul and just see what's up with him, or just walk in and tell them what we should do. I'm gonna tweet, and then AJ Styles is gonna respond, and then Triple H is gonna see it, and he's gonna make it official. This was obviously a build up that was created by them before they even got on the Twitter. But all right, this power ranking, we gotta take a look at this power ranking. Because there's some changes that have to be made. It's just what it is. Because we have Buffalo at 1, who we can keep there. We can keep Buffalo at 1. There's no problem with that. They got their dub. They put it on Miami. Now, big problem here. We got Baltimore at 2. Me personally, they're gonna have to take some drops all the way down to, I got Buffalo, Baltimore, Philly, Green Bay, Detroit, Chargers. They got to jump all of them. So give me Philly sliding back to the 2 slot. Honestly, I got to let Detroit jump I gotta let Detroit jump Green Bay, especially after that loss to Cleveland. I mean, come on. And to be completely honest with you, I'm gonna do it one more time, and I'm gonna let Los Angeles Chargers jump them. Um, Besides that, I think you probably can go Green Bay, and then I'm gonna slide Baltimore in there. I think they took a big hit. Honestly, you probably could put them at 4 after Detroit. Um, because I mean, believe it or not, I still think that Baltimore is better than the Chargers and Green Bay. So I actually, you know what? Fuck them. I'm putting them. I'm putting them in front of. I'm putting them after Detroit. Buffalo, Philly, Detroit, Baltimore, Los Angeles Chargers, and then Green Bay. Who that could honestly be an argument for its own. You have the Rams, Tampa Bay, and Kansas City, and then the Indianapolis Colts. So I don't know if I have to say it, but the Bucks and the Colts, at least for right now, in week 3, going into week 4, things can change in the future, and we can't change what happened in the past. They're better than the Chiefs. They're better than the Chiefs right now. We have Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Indianapolis. I think it has to go Tampa Bay, Indianapolis. No, 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 no. We got to go Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, and then I'm holding off on Kansas City because I got to make sure. Like, is San Fran better than Kansas City? They might be. Is Dallas better than Kansas City? They might be. They're not. We'll put Kansas City right there. We'll put Kansas City over there because Dallas is taking a fucking big dip. San Francisco, Seattle, Washington. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do here. Real question is, where's Minnesota at? That's who I'm looking for. Where the fuck did Minnesota go? Because they are gonna have to be up here somewhere. Honestly, I mean, after Kansas City, you got San Fran, you got Minnesota, you got San Fran, you got Minnesota, Seattle. No, maybe. I mean, Seattle blew out they blew out the Saints. Give me San Fran. No, no. Give me Minnesota, San Fran. Then give me Washington. Then give me. Hmm, Let's go to 32. Let's jump down to 32. New Orleans, guess what? Welcome home. You're back at 32. Carolina, you got to make the jump over at least what? What do we have? We had New Orleans, Tennessee, Jets, Giants, Jacksonville, Arizona. I mean, all these teams suck. So honestly, you could have anybody jump anybody. I think even Atlanta has to jump down here at some point. But Buffalo, Philly, Detroit, Baltimore, Chargers, Green Bay, Rams, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Minnesota, San Fran, Washington. Um, I gotta let a couple of these teams jump Dallas. Like Seattle, like Denver. Not Atlanta. Sorry, y'all gonna stay down there for a while. The New York Giants are a little bit better than I they're a little bit better, but like I guess than last week where we had them ranked last week, but I don't really know how much I could truly move them. After Denver though, you could look at Pittsburgh. I don't know if I want to put Pittsburgh up that high. Obviously, I'm not letting Chicago jump something crazy. Um, Dallas lost. Dallas lost to Chicago bad. Dallas lost to Chicago bad. So give me New England. Look, I know New England might not be. I know New England might not be like that. Maybe I could be tripping. I could be wrong, but we got Denver and Seattle. We got Pittsburgh and Denver. We have Pittsburgh and New England. Jesus Christ, we have Pittsburgh and New England so close, anyways. So I'll go Denver, Pittsburgh, New England. Denver, Pittsburgh, New England. If there's anybody I see that I think is gonna be better than them, I will let them jump. We have what? What are we looking at? Vegas? I don't know. I don't know if I could look at Vegas. Atlanta? Absolutely not. Jacksonville, Miami, Cleveland, Vegas, Arizona. Arizona? No, no. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't do it. So I'll go Dallas after New England. I'll go Dallas after New England. They have to make it at some point. So we got Buffalo, we got Baltimore, we got Philly, Green Bay, Detroit, Chargers, Rams, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Annapolis, San Fran, Dallas, Minnesota. We got Seattle, we got Washington, and we got Denver out of the way. That's 15. That's 16 teams. So we got half the teams out the way. Then we got the shitty second half. Actually, we have more than that because there's New England right there that we got out of the way. So a little bit less than that, actually. I think Atlanta, they're going to have to take a big old fat jump down, should I say. I guess I will say after Dallas, I'm going to go. I'll let Chicago sit there for now. I know I should put Chicago over Dallas, but I don't know. It's one fucking game. Go cry to a wall. Go cry to a wall about where Chicago is ranked on this podcast. I'm sorry. New York Actually, you know what? We'll put the New York Giants next. They honestly might be better than them, but we might have to wait. We might have to wait to see for that. I think I'm gonna go Vegas after that, and then I might let Arizona slide up there. But you gotta go Cleveland, and then you gotta go see because now we're getting to the shitters. Now we're getting to the real shitters. Because after Cleveland, where do we go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So yeah, I mean, after that, 23, shit, you could go. I like New Orleans at the bottom. I think you could keep Tennessee right there with them. I think you could then go Carolina. I think you can honestly, Atlanta might have to drop. Atlanta might have to drop far. We'll go Jacksonville and then we'll go Atlanta because they have to make the drop. Arizona, Cleveland, we already got them on there. The Jets, I mean, they're not good. We know they're not good, but they got to be on this list somewhere. Miami, they're really, really dog shit. So we're gonna put Miami right in between Carolina and Tennessee. Actually, I can't stand them. And then honestly, we might have to put Jacksonville and Carolina in front of Atlanta right now because Atlanta fucking sucks. But we're just gonna keep those three like that because who cares? Okay, I think I like it. Cincy, oof. Cincy's better than I'll give them better than Carolina right now. That's what I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. We do this every episode, y'all. Who is the mystery team that we left out? Houston's a team that we missed. Where the fuck does Houston sit? Because, oh my God. So disappointed in Houston. Houston, you're sitting behind good old Jacksonville. Sorry. Sorry, Houston. All right. Updated power ranking for week 3. New Orleans, Tennessee, Miami, Carolina, Houston, Jacksonville, Atlanta, the New York Jets, Cleveland, Arizona, Las Vegas, New York Giants, Chicago, Dallas, New England, Pittsburgh, Denver, Seattle, Washington, San Fran, Minnesota, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, the Los Angeles Rams, Green Bay, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Baltimore Ravens, the Detroit Lions, Philly, and Buffalo at number 1. Okay. I mean, shit. I think I said everything I wanted to say. I think I got everything off of my chest. I said what I had to say to you little Detroit Lions fans, you little angry fuckers. I gave out these MVPs, gave out these DPOYs. I think it's time to get out of here. I think next episode. Seattle. Who does Seattle play? I completely forgot the Thursday night schedule. Seattle versus Arizona. Oh, I mean, it should be Seattle. So I'm gonna go Seattle. Devin already picked Seattle. Next episode, we will be reviewing Seattle versus Arizona. We will be predicting every single week 4 game. And maybe we'll even ask him how the fuck he felt about last week. Maybe something has been lingering on his mind for a full week. But with that being said, brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We will both be back on Saturday. It has been me. It has been real. We are out.